Hello, people. Apologies for being slightly late. I had to quickly just go do something. But we are all here now, and I apologize for yesterday's video not live stream, because we're going to do today as a debrief stroke roundup. Because, I'll say it like this. Yesterday, I basically had my little boy all day, and it took all of my willpower and all my energy. It's that for me. In and out, Ethan DJ, put your mental health score. One being poor, Timothy. How's your DJ? Mine's about a 7. Ian and Barry, how are you? Ian and Daniel, Ian and Glove Motivation, I think you're new. He'll come to you about -3 goal for them for the second half of the season. Who are we on about there? We should let United get out. Or both. There you go. Sorry about that. I think my message dropped the phone, like I said. Used a week holiday to get over the rib, knackered, so feeling calmer than usual. How you good? I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Everyone's liking the hair, which is good. I was a bit worried that people weren't. I haven't actually mohawked this yet. So that'll be interesting to do. Ian and Sheila, hi Jay, he'll be a roll through. He is a roll through. We know what he can do. Ian and Danny, Ian and Ashlyn, Ian and Charlotte Somerset, Ian and Tom. In the Wendy Way, how are we all doing? I hope we're all well. We've got some numbers coming in. It does that. 10, 6, 9, I reckon. Ian and Lewis, how are you, mate? I've been once before. Have you changed your name? Were you under a different name? 5, happy for you, Dan. Love the colour. What's all your reality? Oh, fair enough, love. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you for joining me on a live stream. It's nice to have you here. I'm actually friends with QPR player Small Smith, and a friend of mine moved to Northern Ireland into each other. Oh, nice. Nice. I'm worried about the Northern Ireland. I'm worried about the QPR game. But let's start with the game on Wednesday. We didn't do it earlier. Solid 9. Someone reminded me Boat Team at Boat Faith was the name for a small vessel, not the big ship, otherwise 10. No worries, Ashley. Yeah, the game on Wednesday night. Started well, looked good, and then typical Wednesday turned up, didn't it? The Wednesday, though, which lets mistakes happen and doesn't concentrate and then sit back. And it's something we have to stop doing. We have to stop doing. Now, I used to watch James Dexter when I was younger as Sam, but this is just a random account I have now. Maybe I've been Sam on yours. All right, fair enough, mate. Thank you for joining me anyway. But yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it, at the minute? Because we have this problem with this team that it sits back really deep. For whatever reason, it sits back all the time. Once it goes 69th minute, 60th minute, it starts sitting back, 70th minute. And you can see on the sideline, Danny is not the one making them sit back. Because you can see Danny going, what you doing? What you doing? You can see him going, push, push. You can see him going up and down. For some reason, there's something in that team, when it gets to that kind of thing, we don't push. We don't go for a second. We haven't gone for a second, or we haven't gone for a third. We like to sit back and just let the other team attack. And it's something I think Danny needs to do. Barry mentioned from Villa, defender from Plymouth. Emmanuel, what you mentioned. Barry from Villa, a defender from Plymouth, and that'd be decent. Plymouth are in a little bit of a fire sale at the minute. It's like Danny would prove a point. We only have 11 class players. True. I remember when we were playing good memories. Same. Ian Richard, timer will be increased for defenders. Yep. But yeah, I can see my mods are not having any stuff today. I will say this about Ugbo. He gets in some okay position, but he needs service. He's not getting the same service he got last season, and that's why he's not performing. I'll put it that way. For me, that is literally the reason why we're not performing. And when Charles went off at half time, it just didn't work. But I liked what Danny said at the end. And apologised and went, this one's on me. I made the bad decision. And that's good. That shows a manager that's willing to go, it's on me. But I think it was also taking some of the blame off the players. We've never been a side to sit back. We aren't good enough at defending push on fellas. It Didn't help losing Gassama. It didn't help losing Gassama and Charles at half-time, I'll admit. But at the end of the day, he was resting them. He was resting them. We haven't got enough players, quality players, to keep it going. That's the problem we got. We don't have enough quality players. What we're playing is what we got. And the problem you got is that you look at what we got and you think, okay, this isn't enough. Like, keepers, you probably set. Defense, you don't have Akin, you don't have Iorfa, you're stuck with Bernard, Valentine, Valerie, if he fit, Palmer, low. Midfield, Chalobah's got another knock, Ingleson, low, Bannon, Shea Charles, Marvin Johnson, Windass. Midfield is really, really, really low. And then up top, I'd like to see Kabachi. I would have loved to see Kabachi get a play and start a little bit. But he didn't have. I think Danny owned that. He did turn around and say that it didn't work. I like Ubbo. I just wish Smith would start when Ubbo is out of form. I don't get why he starts again. I think he's trying to play him into form. Glove. I think he's trying to play him into form. And I get it. I understand it. I understand what he's trying to do. But it's not working. Maybe Ubbo had his dreads last year. He's now got a shaved head. And maybe it's Samson kind of thing. I'm not saying it is, but it's one of those things. And it's good that we got Charles back. He's like, I look at McNeil, I look at Kabachi, give him a chance. Give them up. But the problem is, I just have a funny feeling. I don't think something's happened with Smith and Danny. I just think he's trying to get Ubbo into form, and so far it's not working, and that's the issue. If Charles gets injured, we're basically screwed for the season because no one's good enough to step in. Charles very good, but too injury prone. Have there been any more update on the Japanese fullback? No, they haven't. Ian and Connor, how are you, mate? I hope you're well, mate. I'm a big fan of watching your stuff. I've watched some of your league stuff in the past, and I've watched some of your championships. You're cracking it, mate. Glad you got Charles, Batman. Good luck for the rest of the season. Great camera setup, by the way. Cheers, Connor. Much appreciate that, mate. This time last year is around the time of both goal. Maybe he's waiting for now. He did do well around this time of year last season, didn't he? He was really good last season around this time. But when we got him in that January period, he was already scoring for Cardiff. So it's that whole thing. You need to try and get him a bit going. And that's the thing for me. If we can get him going and get him into form, that'd be fantastic. But I think it's going to be difficult. I do think it's going to be difficult to get him into form. Do you think that Chansiri saw how poor we were when Charles came off and got his arse in gear? No, I think Chansiri went, I need to do what I said to my manager. I think there was a little bit of a thing that happened on Monday going, hey, I need this player to stay. Well, I ain't got the quality. We just need to start getting more people like that. If we can start getting more people like that, that'd be fantastic. But I think it's going to really, really struggle to get the quality in. We shouldn't do, because you look where we are. A player should be going, you're near 10th, you're near playoffs, push on. But with everything that's happened, it makes Wednesday hard to come to as a player, I think. I generally think it makes us hard to come to. Just because, do you want to be in that kind of drama that's always happening? I don't think you do. I actually don't think you want to be in that drama setup. And that's the issue for me. Smith is the GOAT. He is indeed when he's on side. Looks like Smith is going to Wrexham. I haven't seen much of Smith going there yet. There's not been too much about it. I think anything that happens now, for anybody in the league, I think it's going to start happening really late in the season. Actually, I generally think it's going to start happening really late in this transfer window now. Because next week probably going to be the busiest. I will be doing a transfer special deadline stream like I do all the time. So it'll be good to do. But I generally do think we're going to have that little bit where we have to start pushing on a little bit. Smudge and Pato are needed for some proper local shithousery effect, probably. How does Smith go with no one else coming in? I don't think Smith is going unless we get someone in. I don't think Danny gonna let a player out before a player comes in. I just don't see it at all. I generally think it's one of those situations where I think we'll struggle if we did that. We've done that in the past where we let a player go. We did it last season. We let Backinson and Bayard go. We didn't bring in another midfielder. We thought we got Connor Coventry in, and then he went to Charlton, and that's the issue. You're not late, mate. I'm early. There's a difference. I didn't do a debrief last night, so I had to... Thought I'd go a bit earlier tonight. Had Louis by the time... He's not yet. And I think with Middlesbrough now looking at Morgan Whittaker, which, Jesus Christ, getting Whittaker in is a steal at 6 million. I won't lie. Dennis is an interesting chat. Jake, reckon he'll be pretty good. I hope so. It'll be interesting to see because he played at championship level. That's the thing that I think we're actually hoping on, which is good. Just hope we get at least one defender, maybe a striker. Deadline day is the 3rd of February, mate. It's not January 31st. It's the 3rd of Feb, so it's Monday. Backinson was no great lot, but when you don't have the cover, it's hard. You need the cover. When you've got the cover, it's fine. But we didn't have the cover. The 43 people watching, 15 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. Prem loans normally come in the end of window, so fingers crossed. FYI, I appreciate all the work you put into keeping us updated with everything. When to keep up good work. Thank you, George. I much appreciate that, mate. Sometimes it can get a bit hard at time to do, but I get there. Hi, Jake. Hope you're good. I'm not too bad. It's great news about Shea. I'm really happy that he didn't go to Sheffield United. And I'm happy we got it over the line. The only thing that I am a little bit concerned with would be how much we paid. Now, we're not going to find out this. We know it's 6 figures. The rumour is it's around 300 to 400, which is a lot on a loan fee for only like 12 or 17 games. And I get what people are going to say, but you're not really going to be able to bring someone in, ideally, at the paying side, because we don't have the cash. We don't have the cash to pay for someone unless he goes and does something that's, I don't realise what it is. We did the same with Bambo. We didn't replace him. Yeah, we do it a lot, and I think we can't do it again. Would imagine Dennis is on hefty wages. Yeah, it would have to be a deal for him. Would have to let... I generally think a deal for him, you would have to let Forrest take a huge chunk of the wages. But he will be on a lot. Finally got some positives this week. Danny and DC talking us getting Shea back. We need to get a good week. We need a good weekend as well. Throwing it out there, Chancellor drop money for central players. I'm not a Chancellor supporter by any means, but he paid it. The thing is, I think it's one of the things that I have this stupid thing where I want to turn around and say, and I really want to turn around and go like, okay, if we are gonna... I don't want to praise too much for DC for doing his job. It's going to sound really weird. And I know someone's going to say, yeah, but he's done what we need him to, Jake. But I don't want to praise him for his job is to get players in. And that's the thing for me. That is the thing for me. He's done his job. This is his job as chairman, to back his chairman. So it's interesting. But he had done it. It's better than what I think we first were expecting. We need to be all together. We need to have that we're on Wednesday, aren't we? And back the players, the manager, the chairman to a point. You can be Chancery out and everything like that, but right now, anything that disrupts it could be not great. But I don't think DC cares about the disruption. That's the word. Ian, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. But the thing is, we'll start getting linked with a lot more people this week. I generally think this week coming into it, we will get linked with a lot more people. It's stupid, but I think Chante thinks he's doing a good job. How little he knows. I kind of get that. I do kind of get that. It does feel like he feels like he's doing a good job. And the thing is, he's been here 10 years now. 10 years at the helm, and I'll be honest with you, I'm happy that he's done bits, right? I'm happy in the first 2 seasons, but After the first 2 seasons, he didn't get everything in line. Ian and Debbie, how are you, love? I hope you're well. He had chance to fix things, and he didn't. And that's the bit that annoys me. He has bit to try and fix things. And it's like the bit that annoys me the most is that the infrastructure is still not right. Our infrastructure is just poor. Right now, if we had an academy we could take players out of, I use that entire academy to help boost everything in the behind the scenes kind of thing, like training ground, stuff like that. But it is poor. He can play at the weekend, mate. He can play at the weekend. He's been registered. So that means the deal got done before 12 p.m. So he can play at the weekend. I'm just testing it. Timeout. That or it's more recent. One overwrites the first. I'm just testing it. If timeout stack or if it's more recent. I don't get what you mean, Reddit. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. You can't see your own comment. Oh God, what's going on here? That's not good. I think Chancery did the right thing this time. I believe Danny we're gonna go. I believe he did the right thing, but I think we've got to be really smart with what we do next. Like generally, what we do next with Danny, with DC, it is a difficult one. What we do next is difficult because he needs to back it. He needs to back him. He 100% needs to back him, and that's the bit that we need to see. If you look at most of the windows we've had, it's been 3 loans, 4 loans. It's all been 3 or 4 loans when it comes to it, right? And that's great. Don't get me wrong. That's great. I don't mind it. But, nope, can't see it. The other account is my iPad. That's weird. You should be able to see your comments. Send it me on... send it me in a message and I'll have a look at it. But yeah, it's interesting. Ian and Jess, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're all well. We started a bit early because I didn't do the debrief last night because I've just been knackered from having a child all day. He was a royal pain in the backside yesterday, so I thought I would have just have a little bit of a break, which was kind of nice. I am not going to lie, it was really nice, actually. You don't get much breaks when it's the transfer window. I will not lie. The transfer window takes a lot of the time away that you want to do. So it's good. It's good to get us ready and sorted. So we'll see. We'll see what this weekend brings. Because for me, this weekend is a great opportunity for us to pick 3 points up. But, and it's a big but, QPR are on an incredible form at the minute. And I mean really good form at the minute. And I worry about that because they are starting to be a team that I think could probably really push on. Probably not a bad idea if it's a Wednesday game. Treat them as breaks and then a solid Friday street. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking because I do like doing the debrief if it's on a like Wednesday night instead of Tuesday, so it gave me a bit of a break. But yeah, it got overwhelming. We are doing a deadline day special. We are doing a deadline day special. It will be starting at about 7 o'clock, going till about 9, half 9, and I think then the last hour or 2 hours will be on the Talking Wednesday side of it. So yeah, we are doing it. If the form was the other way around, we lose, you know it, yeah. I think there's like 2nd and 3rd in both away and home form, which is insane. Hey up, Shag. Hey up, what Bob123. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are well. But yeah, I've got the situation at a minute where I'm intrigued to see what Chansiri and Danny bring in next. I don't feel like Dennis is a signing, a Danny signing, but I also at the same time do. And we're bringing in someone who scored in the championship, which is good. But then you've got the thing that we need to make sure the right signing for. We're not just taking body for the sake of bodies. Like, you look at Plymouth. Plymouth are about to get dismantled yet again. And if you think about it, they're about to lose, what? Whittaker for 6 million. The Blades have just got Cannon and Diaz in. Cannon for, I think it's 10 rising to 13. It's interesting. I hope Danny gets a couple of bods in. This is the closest we've been since Carlos. It needs to kick us on. It does. It needs to be really, really kicked on. And the thing is, it's a good opportunity because we're not far away. We're not far away. If we can get into that form we got into end of last season, where we just went on that little run and played attacking football, because it was very attacking. But we need to stop this sitting back. We need to stop this trying to just do it. Because I think if we played the same way we played against Leeds, take out the goals that Leeds scored, we could potentially do quite well. Because I don't think we were bad versus Leeds. I think it was just their quality outshined us. It didn't feel like a 3-1 game. It felt like a 1-1 or 0-0. And we could have done with just that little bit extra. You know what I mean? That little bit extra, and we didn't get it. So it's annoying. It is what it is, but we have to move on. Night Lola, I hope you sleep well. We also have to think about contracts are running out this year. There's a few that need doing. Masaba. Pierre Charles is done. Pierre Charles got done in the summer. You don't need to worry about Pierre Charles. Pierre Charles got done in the summer. That one got done. I read on X this morning that apparently we're looking at a young Liverpool striker, Javen Den. Probably not. So I have seen that. I can't remember who it was, but I can see it and I can't see it. It all depends. Any news on this film? We know we need the most, yet we are linked with a slightly iffy attacker. Nothing on defenders apart from the Japanese lad who was training with us, Hatsu. I don't know if he's still training with us. I don't know if something come up there yet. I agree, more attacking, but last season we needed to go ultra attacking, piss in the wind and hope. I think we kind of need to do that a little bit now. Generally, I think we need to have that little bit, take the reins off a little bit and go for it. Do you know which player contact? I was literally about to bring that up for you, Lewis. Yes, I do. Give me a minute. For Wednesday. Right, here we go. So, take loans out because we know who's going back and all that kind of stuff. So, contract. We don't know what Ben Hamer's situation is. We don't know what Chalobah's situation is. I believe a Whitway is up at end of season. Jamal Lowe, Max Lowe, not sure. We know Windath is up this season, but we have an option. Ingleson, we're not sure on. EKO both got a 3-yearer. Deshaun got a 3-yearer. I think Valerie's a 2-year. We know Charlie McNeil's a 4. But the one we do know, Bannon, Smith, Palmer, Patterson, Marvin Johnson, Paul Valentine, Akin Mayo, Anthony Masaba. The Pierre Charles one's wrong. I offered till 2026. I thought till 2025. It'll be pretty tough to get permission for the Japanese player. It'll be international clearance. He's not that bad, actually, because he's done a couple of international games. It will be tough, but we'll see. But yeah, there's a fair few out. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, maybe 13. 13 players out in the summer. It's a lot. It's a lot if we need to push on and get a rebuild going. And I think it's a rebuild in terms of what you bring in and replace it. And a lot of them, apart from maybe Bannon, maybe Palmer, I reckon this could be Palmer's last season, to be fair, could go. I generally do think they could go. And we have so many player contracts up, it's really good opportunity to lower the age of profile. Yeah, it is. You're losing a lot of senior pros as well. If why I think the Japanese lab being looked at because of Marvin Johnson, it's somewhere you can have it. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. We're tied 4th highest goal scores and 4th most goal conceders in defence. We need based on that. Yep. I think Masaba will sign a new deal, but it's people like Masaba, you want to start getting contracts in front of them immediately, like making sure they sign. Which division are we revealing for? That is a good question. Because the problem is, if we're close to playoffs, it'll be interesting to see who gets a deal. But remember, in the summer, Danny said he did not want to be faffing around with contracts in the summer. He wants to be faffing around with getting players in. And the problem you've got with that is getting players in is so difficult. Especially say Southampton come down and they then take your manager. Say they take Danny. You've then got to then pick an entire new team, maybe, for the new manager coming in to play that style of football. It's interesting. Not sure how any I will renew with Danny's days. I feel you may follow the Sunderland model. Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind following the Sunderland model, to be fair. I think it's a good model. Look where they are. Look at how they're playing. I wouldn't mind the Sunderland model at this moment in time. Genuinely, I wouldn't mind it at all. But it'll be interesting to see when they do there, because we need a identity where once a manager goes, that identity behind the scene can be put onto the squad. And we got a bit of a Danny identity, but that's about it. Why would Danny go south if we go up? All depends on chairman. Sorry. It all depends on chairman. If the chairman situation ain't great, the thing is, Jez, I don't know if he'd go Southampton as such if we went up. I think he'd try and go back home to Germany. Maybe have a crack at the Prem, but I have a funny feeling there'll be a lot of German clubs looking out for him. Can we just do a fire? Sorry, put the magic bubble away. Yeah. Once we get to 50 points, hopefully by March, we can see contract done. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, Daniel. That is not a bad shout at all. When Danny eventually goes, what manager would you like in? I'm not there at thinking of that yet, Elliot. It all depends on when he goes and what managers are available, because I don't see us being a club that will go after manager in work again. I think we wait to see if there's someone out, because there's a lot of decent managers who are out of work if you went for the end of this season. It all depends. I think you've got to try and keep with a similar situation, but I wouldn't mind seeing what Bruno Lahr, Carlos's ex-assistant, could do. He did a good job at Wolves, looked really well there, so maybe something like that. If you're looking at English managers, I wonder if someone like Ryan Lowe will get put in the hat just because he's a club legend and he will be a little bit cheaper. It all depends what you've got to pay. I reckon we sell Gaff while he's on form, to be honest. I think he's around 8 million now, and the money could go toward paying Shea. And much like Gassam, I prefer Shea Child permanently. It'd be a lot more. The problem is I can't see Shea going for any more than 15 plus. And wouldn't a promotion make our club more sellable? It would make it a lot more sellable if he wanted to sell. He doesn't want to sell, Jez. I really hope the club is not letting the academy take over. We need to be pumping. I think the academy got a lot better, actually. I think the academy's had a lot of money put into it in terms of like improving where the train and stuff. I think the academy uses a lot of the community pitches we've got. but I do think that's decent. Balmund's event at Plymouth, Danny's looking. If we got Mumba, I'd be very happy with that. And that, because I think he's a cracking player. If we could actually get him, I would be very happy. Like, I would not lie. I would be extremely happy to get him, a really good player. I call Malik back and get rid of Lowe. You can't call Malik back. You can't call him back, Michael. It's very, very simple. You can't call him back. He's already there's no call back. If we wanted to call him back, we had to call him back ages ago. And get rid of Wits Lowe. Jamal. Jamal Lowe's not had a great one, I won't lie. He had a good one though, Malik. He's done well at Rotherham. He's stayed fit. I like to see similar style to Danny. Continue changing man, can't be changed that philosophy. True. Would love to see Fernando coming into the first team next season and then let him out on loan. Season for experience. What do you think about Dennis? Links had decent record in the championship, but will need time to get fit, not play for fun. That's my issue with getting him in. He needs to come up to speed and quick. That is the thing I got there. That is my biggest thing. He needs to come up to speed, and I don't think he's gonna be. Okay, so you got your. It's weird. So you can use that account, but you can't use your Bunky Horror. That is weird. What is going on with your account? That's odd. DJ had this thought. Malik is more at home in League One than Championship, though. He looks like he's a lot better in the Championship. I wouldn't surprise me if we try and sell him to someone like a Donny Rovers. Generally, would not surprise me at all. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But I would love for Wendy to go and get someone like my brain's gone. Give me a minute. Bali Mumba. I think it'd be really good. But again, we need. I generally don't think we're going to have Marvin Johnson at the club next season. I don't think Marvin Johnson is going to get his contract renewed. He's been a great servant, but I think we need to start bringing the age of the squad down. I think he's been good. I think he was hot and cold versus Bristol City. I think he was really hot and cold. Some good, some bad. Am I timed out? You shouldn't be. I don't know if I can tell if you're timed out. You can't be. You wouldn't have been able to delete the message. Oh, let's have a look. You can't be timed out. Check. No. You've done some science. Okay. Wilt contracts up in summer won't get a fee unless we could get a fee, Daniel. We've got an option on him. There's an option of the year on him. And I wouldn't surprise me if when to take the option and then say we're selling you. The timeout doesn't stack. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got an option on Wilkes. That's why I kind of think we'll probably take the option, and then if someone comes in, we'll then try and get him. Pato Smith, Palmer Johnson, all won't be around next season. I do think this is the last season of Palmer. I do think you're looking at your last season of Liam Palmer. He's not really got in the squad this year, which is going to be a shame. But you are going to start seeing a bit of that changing of the guard a little bit. It's similar to Windass. We've got an option on Windass. We'll take that option on Josh. We'll sit down and the option on Josh will get done. It's one of them. It is one of them a lot. So it's interesting. United by whoever we are interested in. United by whoever we have interested in. They try to. They do that. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. Do you think we'll keep up? Yeah. Why would we not keep up, though, Lewis? He's on a 3-year deal. He's on a 3-year deal. I don't think the idea of one bad season makes the club go, we'll cut our losses. I think the reason why Ugbo's not doing well is he's not getting the right service. I generally think that. Will Punky Horrors... no, that's wrong. Will Palmer hang up his boots or go elsewhere? I think he'll go elsewhere. I think he'll go elsewhere. Just because... I just think just because he still got a lot to give in football. I don't think he got that what's the word I'm looking for? Desire to quit. He still wants to keep going. Kind of thing. So it's interesting. Has Palmer got... Palmer had got coaching badges. Palmer runs a coaching academy. During the summer, he got Palmer's coaching academy. So Palmer had done his coaching badges, yes. LP2 is such a great servant, but his time had come to an end. Ugbo has been decent at scoring. He hasn't got the yips. As soon as he gets the ball, he will have his confidence back. He needs to. Reckon Wrexham will go to Smith and Palmer, to be honest. Not too sure about Palmer, Smith. They are looking, but so are Derby, apparently. It all depends on what comes in. Again, we can't let Smith go without bringing someone else in. When we reach 50 points, we'll know what division we are in next season. We should be looking at pre-contract players available. So we've spoken about Puka. He's one player I would love to bring in. Yep. I'd love to see LP2 and Baz on the coaching team when their time comes. Not a bad shout. Darren Moore take Palmer to Port Vale. I can see that, actually. Baffle me why Smith isn't a regular starter. The thing with Smith is that the problem is there's some games that he works really, really well, right? As a hold-up player and stuff like that. But this is where I actually think Smith and Ugbo should start together. Because I think holding it up will work a lot better for Ugbo. But your issue you've got is he's trying so hard to get this situation sorted with Ugbo. I don't think he's biting his nose to kind of thing. I think he's just literally trying. I think I'd like to start Smith, but then I don't think we brought in enough quality in the summer up top, but I don't understand why he doesn't play him enough. But at the end of the day, Smith is one of those ones where sometimes he works well and he's great, and sometimes it doesn't. The thing is, Smith only just recently stopped scoring goals like November-y time. So yeah, Palmer could make a good player manager or member of our coaching squad. I agree. Yes, holding up first and up both feet. Yeah, that's the thing. I reckon I'd like to see you do 2 up top. Generally, I'd love to do 2 up top and have it as Smith and Ugbo. Ugbo holds it up. Smith the thing. Remember during that Newcastle game where Smith was holding it up for Josh Windass to run onto the ball? Those kind of balls, that kind of way. And short of this, that's what I would like to see more of. Sounds like club in League One have been impressed with Barrett and other young keepers. Solihull Motors' new gaffer is Matt. What's he called? Bristol Rovers manager in Rotherham, Matt Taylor, which is interesting. So it'll be interesting. But Barrett has done well. But again, we get good keepers in. We do get good keepers in. Good call, especially when Josh needs the rest. Mate, when Ugbo was going, it was short of safe on chat. Exactly. That's exactly how it was. And now we're playing long balls into the box for him to try and get onto. And that's not how he plays. A lot of his goals last season came from ball coming to the box by Pervader. And it kind of gone for him this season. He hasn't been onto it. You look at the goal Gusama scored versus Bristol. Ugbo was there and Gassama cut inside. I'm not saying Gassama shouldn't have cut inside, but it is that kind of thing. Ugbo definitely trying too hard. Meanwhile, Windass got good off his sausage from works in mysterious way. I agree. Do you think Bailey and Ugbo will work? It's a good option. I'd take it. I think you've got a good option there going forward with Bailey and Ugbo. I think that will work. And much of people are going to be like, let's get rid of Ugbo. Some of them. And a lot of like Twitter is. I don't see it. I don't see it. You don't spend that kind of money and not get someone in. Kind of thing. If that makes sense. I don't see it. I don't think you can do that way of doing it. Have a look. Hopefully the ref don't. Oh, I hate that ref. I just can't stand him. It's Allison in it. It's a ref I am not a fan of, sadly. I think Johnson will go. I do think Johnson will go. It's not only gone, mate. He's only getting 0.9 shot per 90. He's not only gone, mate. He's only getting. Yeah, but you can't sell him. That's not only gone, mate. Yeah, but how can you sell him when he's not going? To be fair, he didn't have a lot of goals when we signed him. He got bought off that season, last season. Like, generally, he got bought off it last season. Generally, that's how it happened. And if you remember back to Stuart Gray signed him. What's he called? Forest. McGugan. Lewis McGugan. Played really well while he was on loan. Got a deal. Then didn't really play well again. It could be like that. Another day, another late entry. Yep, that's you in the Royal Rumble. Getting laughed, think he's all ready to prepared and ready to go, and then Jack will throw himself over the top because he's had enough. Twitter slating Ingleson, which I find crazy. I actually think Ingleson hasn't got enough gains, and that's why we struggle with him. No, we're getting in the middle of Baz and Charles. I reckon Baz retires and Ingles takes the spot. Not bad too. Anyway, evening Punk and evening chat. Evening Harvey even. Sorry for butchering in there, Harvey. Ugbo is only getting 0.9 shot per game, is what I'm saying. New laptop, mate, still getting used to the size of the keyboard. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. He's only getting 0.9 per game. But look at the positions he got in last season to the positions he's getting in this season. They're completely different. He's getting balls fed to him for him to run onto. Last season, there were little passes into the box where he would turn and shoot. Or dummy. That's the thing where he's kind of not doing right this season. We've actually played completely different to how we play him last season. And I think that's why we're struggling a little bit with Ugbo. You get someone who can do the short assists in for him, fantastic, great. Because you look when Kabachi was first playing a couple of games, there was short assists to Ugbo. He wasn't scoring, but he was getting it into that channel. So it's one of those situations where with Ugbo, I just think we've got to cool our jets. He's on a longish contract. He wasn't prolific in most of the career. His best little run was during our time, right? So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what we do. Frankly, I think the new get between Ugbo or Ingleson doesn't fit like a box, and certain fans don't like that. He does other things fine, so he tried to help with the passer, creating space, making runs off and remove defenders. Last season was Ugbo Masaba a lot. This year, Ugbo has started and come off at the same time. Yeah, I think Ugbo, you are right. A lot of the time last season, it was Ugbo and Masaba, and they were both on the pitch at the same time. A lot of it, you're getting the change before. Need someone at the side. He's not a hold-up man. He's not a hold-up man at all. That's not his game style. And because we don't have the players to do it, because we don't have the players to like have that, I would have thought we would have seen McNeil in that role. I thought McNeil, when he played against Preston, playing in the Josh Windass 10 role, actually did really well. 100% Jack. Ugbo has no preseason. That destroys his season. Ingleson, a hybrid of Windass and Baz, in my opinion. He ain't displacing either of them at the moment. I agree. Plus, Ugbo had to keep dropping deep to see the ball as well. Baz in box-to-box roll isn't going to go. I did like watching Josh be a little bit deeper. I thought that was nice on Wednesday night. I did like him being deeper. He did kind of control the ball a lot better. 64 people watching, 26 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. If we get a shot of most of our contract players, Danny gets the kind of players he wants and probably be built around Ugbo. That's, you know what? That's not a bad shout, actually, mate. That's not a bad shout at all. I can see that. It's about getting it right, though. That's the thing. It's about getting it right. Plus, the sitting back is definitely a Bannon telling them to do it or the manager. Yeah, you've got this theory. The Jack got the theory that the sitting back is due to Bannon. And I kind of do see it. You have seen it a little bit. You have seen it where when Windass was on, they were pushing forward. I think Upper trying to do more last season. Everyone moaned at all he did was stand there and go and did nothing. Yeah, I can see that. But that standing there and doing nothing was good. He was in the right position. Patterson did well when he came on. Patterson, I'm going to miss Patter when we go. We don't have that kind of player. I think Hauser is really going out of the game, and it used to be such a dark art. It was such a dark art that I loved. I genuinely loved. Only complaining about Ugbo getting caught offside. He had been caught offside a lot this season. I can't work out why we weren't even leaving anyone on the halfway line when we were under. I don't get that either. Mad Anderson at Barcon Loot have been linked on Twitter. I like Mad Anderson. Mad Anderson is a cracking player. Luton are really in the mud. Could they do double relegation? It'd be interesting. It would be interesting to see if they did double celebration. But Mad Anderson, not a bad shout. They would definitely want to try and get him in. He's not that young either, is he? I know everyone moaned. All he did was I thought he was trying to fit in and played in a team play. He's a centre back. We need a centre back. He is indeed. He's indeed a centre back. I believe he's a centre back that they were really annoyed he left, actually. Is he 27? That's not bad, actually. That's not a bad age. For a centre back. You can work with that. I think that's the same age of Iorfa came in. So that's not bad at all. So we'll see. I think we're going to start getting linked with a lot of players. Generally, I think there's a lot of players who are going to start getting linked and starting to come in. Definitely nothing to lose now. If the lads go balls out for the season, then worse than can we lose out in playoffs or lose the playoffs. Good progress on last season, though. I agree. Luton is our next home game as well. Need to win that. Oh, we got some beef there with that one as well. Is indeed. We were bunching up our own box so tightly we looked like primary school kids. The thing is, whenever they got forward, I was like, okay, what are we doing? Like, the thing that annoyed me was you could tell nobody was going out the box. No one was getting off that kind of thing. And when the ball came in, we didn't defend well at all. We really struggled. He's only had 3 appearances this season. Has he been injured? Why has he only had 3 appearances this year? He had 8 in the Prem. Is that Anderson had a injury spell? He's had hardly any games. Knee injury, 86 days. Okay, he hardly played. And you can tell Palmer has been out of the team for a while. His decision making was terrible. Yep, agree. We do owe Luton. Jack knows that one terribly well. Yeah, we do owe Luton a lot. Thing is, with Anderson as well, I'd be interested to see how that goes if it was a loan or if it was a buy. He's worth 3 million. When did contract up? Doesn't say. So that'd be interesting. I know it doesn't do goal line prediction, but we're all saying versus QPR. I'm going for a heavy loss. Don't want to say it, but we are better away than we are at home, though. Remember that, DJ. We are much better away team than we are home team. Old Luton can F off with that stupid bird shit corner. Definitely need a commanding centre-back who can lead the back line, let Bannon concentrate on midfield and going forward rather than pushing the team back. He'd been injured, yeah, but they paid a lot of money for him from Barnsley. I thought he'd had a long injury spell. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's them cutting their losses. Maybe it's Luton cutting their losses a little bit. The long injury thing, I'm not a big fan of that whole big injury thing, though. That makes me worried. But yeah. Let's help. The turbos are netted off like climbing frame at Alpha 2. Jake. Oh, God. I think... What go tomorrow? I'm going to go 2-2. I think it'll be high scoring, 2-2. I think we might go mad and win 4-1. Trust me, I'm never wrong. QPR, a bit of a jinx team for us. I know better than to predict anything for our club. Yeah, it's why I don't predict them normally, Sharman. Kind of keeping Charles as you, mate, with another 2-3 signing. We've got a proper chance now. I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. You're going with Desmond. Okie dokie. He barely played. He's played a lot wherever he's been apart from Luton. 8. God. Anyone that has seen the latest FC 25, he's 71 and the Wenty shirts are in, aren't they? Do they get a ball pit? 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Now it's your turn, brother. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think the weekend game will be interesting for us. I am slightly worried about playing QPR. I won't lie. Later, mate. Have a good one, mate. Literally could see anything happening tomorrow. Hard to tell at this moment. Yeah, that kind of where I'm at. I think it's one of those ones where we could really turn up and people go, where'd that come from? Or we could be like, oh, okay, that's where we're at. What happened to Ojabayo? Otabayo? You mean the young lad we got? The young lad that's ours, Russell. Coming on as the bench player, I think. I think he's injured at the minute, but love when this go and get. He is injured. Connor, he doesn't come back in for Peterborough till March, but he's somebody I'd love to get a pre-contract in front of. Of course, they signed McGuinness in the summer to hold back. Good point. Forgot about McGuinness. Yeah. High five with Forest. Yeah. He's basically not getting in at a minute, mate. I think he's been on the bench a couple of times, but he's not been picked, so it's interesting. None of the YouTube pundit fancies against QPR. I get why. I do get why. Because at QPR are in great form. I get it. I'd be a bit weird to go against them, but I do get it. There's a giant shortage. Shaman Guinness is on everyone's mind at a minute. QPR, our bogey team. They are our bogey team. Like, look at how we played against QPR at home. I thought we were good enough to get the win there. If you look at our season is very much a season of a hell of a lot of draws. And we are playing like a very mid-table team. And that is something I've said a lot this season. We're mid-table. QPR, they're on a great form. Yeah, he will be champion. Yeah, he will be at a championship team next season. Always a threat against they'll play against 15 GA. Jesus. Yeah, that is good. That is very good. Yeah, I'd like him to come to us, but it all depends on how he comes back after that injury, though. Very proper big injury for the lad, so it's interesting. 53 people watching, 32 likes. Get the likes up, people. Much appreciated. Their QPR have only been a bogey team of ours at home. It's not always been the case at their place. Played for both Andy Stinton. I think you are correct. I do think you are correct. But yeah, we're going to see what happens. QPR third in form table. Third in the form table as a whole. Second in the form table for home games. Third for away games. Tell me you're single without telling me you're single, Jess. But guys, I'm gonna call it there. We're going for an hour and 7 minutes, so I'm gonna go chill out for a little bit. We will do a debrief on Monday, and we've got a review on Saturday. If anything breaks Saturday, I will do that as well. Morgan Fox, yeah, of course. Morgan Fox is there. He scored recently for them as well, didn't he? Morgan Fox, yeah. We need 3 points at weekend, right? If we have a good one, then great. Sunday, just need to talk about Sunday. If anything breaks on Sunday, I will be doing videos, and they will be going up like normal. The only difference is if something breaks, I do have it's fake, Jack. We haven't discussed it because it's fake. Because I had a look at it, it's fake. Their run has to come to at some point. Good point. Mrs. Sharma have it out of me. Last season prediction was to finish mid-table and not in the relegation zone. Yeah. Mine this season has been mid-table. I've said mid-table all season. If we get something, we get something. If we don't, we don't. But yeah. Anyway, guys, Sunday, there will be a video first thing in the morning. It'll be the manager thoughts. And if anything breaks during the day, I will get it up, but it might be a bit later than normal. I'm at a family event. I'm having my side of the family Christmas. I haven't seen them all. So have a good weekend, guys, and have an excellent weekend, whatever you're doing, and stay safe in this storm. I don't want to hear about anyone getting injured or hurt. So stay safe and have a good one. Speak to you guys later. Bye.